Episode 54, Tunnel Clues from MacLeod. So here we are back on the Glengarry trails in search of more clues for caves and tunnels in Glengarry. Let's just have a brief recall of why we're looking in our particular search pattern. It's based on the Celtic cross. We found that the tunnels that Sir John Johnson may have been building throughout Glengarry were based on that Celtic cross pattern. We start up north in Lochiel, near the MacLeod house. We move south to Alexandria, St. Finnian's Church. We saw the sacred symbol and the possible tunnel entrance. Moving further south in Green Valley, we have the Calvary entrance to the tunnels. And in St. Raphael's, we couldn't find any clues there, maybe because the church burned down. And then way down in Salem, down at the St. Lawrence River, we found the grave of Caribou Cameron's wife, Margaret Sophia. And this was an important site. We believe this might have been a site of a tunnel too. Williamstown, where St. Andrew's Church is a big possibility. In thy presence is fullness of joy. This grave marker was dug out and you could enter underneath it. That may have been an existing former tunnel entrance, right near Sir John Johnson's manor, which we believe has tunnels as well, connections and tunnels throughout Williamstown. To the west, we have St. Elmo's and the Glengarry Congregational Church. There may have been tunnels here. This would be the western part of the Celtic cross. To the east, we had the X block, coming from St. Martin de Tours Church, which has been moved to St. Finnian's now. So if we look at this on a map, let's first draw our Celtic cross shape. We get that kind of X shape. At the south end, or near the south end, we have Williamstown. And Williamstown is on the Raisin River. The Raisin River flows into the St. Lawrence River to the south. Sir John Johnson's manor house is in this location, and we believe it may have tunnels underneath it, so we'll be exploring that. There's a church on this site, another Celtic cross, St. Andrew's Church. Down on the shores of the St. Lawrence River, we have Lancaster, the South Lancaster, and that's near Carn Island, and we explored that and found out that that's where John MacLeod tried to hide his Chronicles of Curiosity. Moving from the St. Lawrence River north from Lancaster up through Alexandria and to the north, and Alexandria is also called Priest's Mill, named after Reverend Alexander MacDonald, we have the old military road. St. Finnian's Church is up there in Alexandria, and just south of that we have the Calvary in Green Valley, and St. Raphael's. And St. Raphael's is on another major highway from the past, and that is the King's Highway, going east-west from Toronto to Montreal. Located right there near St. Raphael's is also the Bishop's House, again another Celtic cross symbolism. Out here on the eastern part of the cross, we have Dalhousie Mills and St. Martin de Tours Church. And to the west side, we have St. Elmo's and Apple Hill, and these were also sites of intense activity during the 1800s. North on our Celtic cross, we have Lochiel and Dalkeith. In Lochiel, that's where we found the MacLeod house. Moving forward, or further up north, we would get to the Ottawa River, and that would be Hawkesbury, and there are some interesting sites up there. So that was our Celtic cross map. Now it is interesting to note a few little things. Faulkner's Landing down in Lancaster. The symbolism of the Alpha and the Omega, as well as the Celtic cross. We found that on clues left for us. St. Andrew's Church and Sir John Johnson Manor House in Williamstown, as well as in St. Finnian's and the Calvary, and at St. Raphael's Church, maybe the Bishop's House, as well as in Dalhousie Mills and St. Elmo's. These may be the sites of tunnel entrances, as well as up at John MacLeod's house, or maybe it's further as north as Hawkesbury on the Ontario-Quebec border. We did find some border markers that were interesting, and we're going to explore those. So these are the 7 or so major places we need to explore to see if we can find tunnel entrances in Glengarry. So these are pretty specific sites. I'm just labeling on the map the North Tunnel, the South Tunnel, tunnels near St. Raphael's and St. Finnan's, maybe near, what was the Blue Chapel, although the Blue Chapel and St. Finnan's Church, they don't really exist anymore because St. Raphael's burnt to the ground, and so did the Blue Chapel. There are ruins left at the St. Raphael site. We will explore them further. Out east and out west, we're not sure what we're going to find there, but we're going to take a look. And, you know, why do we look in these sites? Well, church sites, they're always digging. Digging is always going on graves at church sites, so maybe that's why they chose these sites to begin their tunnels, or just and to see where they might go from them. So there we have it. This is our map of Glengarry that we're going to explore for tunnels. So this is going to lead us to some much more remote areas of Glengarry, off the St. Lawrence River and further north. So the Mystery Secret Searchers are going to start tackling these sites one by one. We're going to look for trailheads. We're going to look for unused trails. We're going to try to climb hills, follow river valleys, and hopefully we can find some more clues that can lead us in the right direction towards discovering some of these tunnels we think exist in Glengarry. Here's a shot of some what are called Glengarry nuggets, large hunks of rock that you can find in certain places along the terrain in Glengarry. There are some beautiful rivers. We found some strange buildings. Here's an old church in the woods that we found. And this led us to a few interesting clues. So I'm going to leave you with a few shots of some of the areas that we're going to see and we're going to explore in the upcoming episodes of Season 2 of Mystery Secret Searchers, Gold and Glory. I hope you enjoyed the scenery. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Bye for now. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the scenery. This is the way to the cave over here. We just have to find the way through the woods right off this ledge. I hear the river water down below. Find a sinkhole. We'll keep walking. We'll find the way to the sinkhole and down to the cave.
Is that where we're going in? Huh?
The cave went right by this.
Yeah, but is that where we're going in? That's where, what's the name of the guy? Tom. That's where we went in, and this tree, that's where we tied the rope.
Careful of these plants on the side. No, I don't think so. You probably found another cave in ground. I can hear the sound of rapids.